So a little bit about the network. It is a state-owned real-time network solution operated on the Trimble Pivot software. The Montana State Library is a state agency. We are an agency within the executive branch of state government. And so this is a state-owned solution. We'll talk at the end about the subscription costs, and I wanted to make you aware that as a state agency, we're not trying to turn a profit. We're just intending to cover the cost of the operations of the network so that we can make it available to all of you statewide. The network backbone is a statewide set of continually operating reference stations that consist of a permanently located global navigating satellite system stations that generate real-time, highly accurate positions. And we operate this network in partnership with a wide variety of contributors. It was really started in partnership with many of the tribes as well as the Montana Department of Transportation. And then we partner with educational institutions, counties, and private entities. Our contributors help to directly support a lot of the stations. We work with resellers and other vendors who help promote the network to their customers. So there's a variety of ways that different kinds of partners can help become contributors as we grow this network to support Montanans around the state. So why the Montana State Library? We often get questions about why the Montana State Library as a library might operate this kind of network. And first and foremost, we're a 21st century library where we provide very non-traditional kinds of library services, including a lot of the great geospatial information that many of you have come to expect from the state library. We wanted this to be a state-owned network, and as a neutral, non-regulatory agency, we felt that that was the appropriate home for the network as we work to provide high-quality information resources. As you know, the state library is responsible for providing statewide GIS coordination and access to the Montana spatial data infrastructure and other geospatial data sets. We're really interested in the work of the network because we know it can help us to enhance the geospatial accuracy of many of those GIS data sets. And we have a long, strong commitment to supporting our partners and our end users. And that's really one of the reasons why MDT and the tribes sought us out as a partner to help support the overall network. We have a couple of different web interfaces that I'll walk you through today that are available to provide information for you as you're learning about how to navigate the network. The first is the state library website, msl.mt.gov/MTSRN. That's really focused on promoting the website and some administrative information to help you learn to navigate the website. And then the MTSRN.org site is on that Trimble Pivot platform where it offers a lot more technical resources for you. Also available through the msl.mt.gov MTSRN site is an email subscription service. You can sign up for updates about expansions and new technologies and services available through the network. So we encourage you to subscribe to our newsletter. Here is that msl.mt.gov/SRN site. A few things I wanted to bring to your attention are the FAQs, the sensor map. There's actually two maps now linked from this page. One is a link to our live sensor map, and we also have a version of a PDF map that you can take with you that I'll show in just a moment. Other kinds of information, including how to subscribe if you're ready to subscribe to the network, and then down at the bottom where you can subscribe to those email updates to have the most up-to-date information about the network. And then this screen shows our MTSRN.org site and a lot of the different information resources that are available to you through this site. I know Mel and others are going to talk more about the information that's in that an FAQ document that's available to you. That FAQ is available from this site. We really encourage you to make use of that as a useful tool for you. There's a scatter plot map to give you a sense of the accuracy of the different stations. We do offer post-processing of the data through the MTSRN. We're not going to talk about that necessarily today, but do know that that service is available, and CAUSE is available to provide you more information about that service offline. We have that sensor map that shows the live status of all of the stations around the state that's available to you, both from the mtsrn.org site as well as our state of Montana site, msl.mt.gov/MTSRN. And then there is space weather information that is available. So if you're planning some jobs and you're concerned about how weather and solar flares and other kinds of weather-related circumstances might impact your work, you can look for that information available through this site as well. Just a note about logging in. When you go to subscribe, one of the questions that you can see asked is about an organization. We are using that information to track whether or not you are a trial user, and I'll talk about trial use in just a minute. So if you subscribe and want to subscribe as a trial user, we ask you to enter that information into the organization field. If you're not a trial user, if you're just a regular user, you can leave that information blank. We don't need you to enter any information into that organization field. So here's that PDF map. This is a really useful tool for you to have with you. We actually encourage you to print out copies and make them available with your resources so that you have them available offline as you're planning your jobs. Important things to note on this map, and I think Mel might go into this in a little bit more detail, are how we have the state broken out into different subnets. You can see the NWNT, NCNT, NEMT, SWMT, and SCMT. Those are sub-regions. And then as you can see in the legend, we also identify the various virtual reference solutions that are available to you as well. So that information is helpful when you're planning your jobs. The legend also identifies the various constellations that are available to you through the different stations, and we're working really hard to have full constellations available for all of the stations. And then finally, the red triangles there show where we're planning to expand the network through 2025. So our goal is to have stations where you see those red triangles by the end of 2025. You can see that some of the most significant build out is out there in southeastern Montana. We have one station up in Miles City with support of Custer County. And so we're working on building out in that particular area, as well as several other areas of the state. This map is updated frequently as we bring some of these stations online. So we will use our GovDelivery email system to send out updates when this map is updated. And you can also refer to our websites to have the most up-to-date version available as well.